I'm gonna show you how to write emails that actually sell. This is, by the way, from one of my subscribers. I'm gonna be breaking down his copy. So if you actually want me to break down your copy, review it, and tell you how to improve it, then feel free to send me a message on my Instagram account. And so, by the way, I have already sent his feedback. I already told him what I would do differently, but I'm gonna explain this to you since I believe this is one of those mistakes that every single one of us has made at least once whenever we write emails. And hopefully you know how to solve them so you actually write emails that sell a lot of fucking money. I'm talking about $100,000, even $1 million emails. So let me get started with this. So by the way, his name is Face. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, buddy. Something I want to say to Face is usually whenever we have people in a email list is because these people are already warm or hot lit, right? Like nobody who doesn't know you is gonna be in your email list. At least they know something about you. That's good that you know that, because actually, guys, selling to warm and hot leads is way easier than selling to a cold audience or to cold traffic, and simply because they already know you. And so if they already know you, at least to a certain degree, they're more likely to buy from you, because remember, people buy from those they know, like, and trust. So right here, the subject line is don't tell her I love you or she'll leave you. So as I already explained to Face in the message that I sent him, I would suggest going with something more curiosity driven and also more exaggerated, because remember, people are only going to read one thing either for two emotions. Number one is intrigue. Remember that human beings are pretty curiosity driven. That's the reason we have everything we have in society right now. Why gravity exists, that Newton had to discover the gravity. Like, why is the sky blue? Like, we always look and seek for those answers to every single question. So number two is gonna be exaggeration. The more exaggerated something sounds, the more exaggerated something is, the more attention it gets. Therefore, you're more likely to click on it. So I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. So number one, don't tell her I love you could be turned into don't mention these 3 words. And if I wanted to make it more to my audience, I would simply change mention for say. Don't say these 3 words. Now, I'm already being intriguing, because instead of me saying don't tell her I love you, I'm saying don't mention these 3 words. So what's going to happen in your reader's mind is they're going to go like, okay, which words? What do you mean by that? Now, I'm going to make it exaggerated, like saying these 3 words will make her ditch you. Or you could even be more exaggerated than this, like these 3 words will make her ditch you for someone else or change you for somebody else. So as you can see, I'm not only being exaggerated, but I'm also being intriguing. And there we go, saying these 3 words will make her ditch you. Now, people who are into dating, who want to get girls and get laid, are gonna see this and they're gonna be like, wow, I need to know what those 3 words are. And so here's the copy. Sup, Snoop, I have bad news for you, man. You've been brainwashed. All these Hollywood movies, romantic songs, and even those so-called dating coaches, they've all lied to you. So what I said to Face is always try to rephrase the time that is being taking place in your emails, your sales pages, or whatever that is. And what I mean by that is, instead of talking in a past tense, talk in present tense. So instead of saying they've all lied to you, say I'm sorry, guys, I don't know how to write. They're lying to you. Because that adds more emotion, that adds more meaning. Feel they're living this in a day-to-day situation. So now they will trick you into confessing your feelings to her. So right here, you need to open a loop into what exactly you want to say. And remember, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And right here, 6 is the what's in it for me, which is good. Remember, it should be at least in the first 6 paragraphs. But now we change this to I love you to these 3 words. So now you have to match that idea in your headline, also in your body. So I will remove these 3 words to her. And then I would continue agitating that pain or talking about why I'm saying such a thing, like why these 3 words are so important. And so I would say like saying these 3 words to her. But truth is, this is the exact reason over 80% of men are being rejected every single day. This is the reason over 124 men are being rejected as we speak. I'm 98.99% sure this is the same reason you haven't gotten laid yet. So as you can see, I'm not only talking about the 3 words, I'm talking why those 3 words are important. I'm also adding intrigue. I'm making people like, okay, what are these 3 words? I need to know what these 3 words are. And what that's going to make is you're going to keep them reading until the end. Hopefully, your call to actions. And then we could go to this part right here and say like, now you're probably thinking, what are these words? And then you can say like, I'm going to show you what those words are and what you should say instead to get women sliding into your DMs and your bed. Or you could say, today is your lucky day because I'm going to show you what those words are and what you should say instead to get women chase you and slide into your DMs and hopefully your bed. And I've put it all in a short 10-minute, 15-minute video to show you what those are. You just sell the click, because remember, the objective of an email is to sell the click to a sales page, to a landing page, to a VSL, whatever it is, and that's going to do all the heavy lifting. That's going to do the selling for you. Also, one thing to be aware of is this part right here, how to make her full for you hotter than the Twin Towers. That's a great analogy. That's something that can visually paint in my brain, but I would suggest stay out of this type of jokes because this is not a happy memory. This is something that affected the US in a very badly way. So just stay away from this because this actually might make people unfollow you, block you, report you. And then if they report your emails are going to start landing in the spam. And if they start landing in the spam, the less people are going to see them. And if the less people they see it, then your open rates are gonna plummet. Trust me, I know why I'm telling you this. So you can say like, okay, hopefully for you, I put this all in one short 10-minute video. I'm gonna show you how to rewire your brain. This is the same system that took my friend from chasing women and begging for affection to now having multiple women sliding in his DMs and his bed every single week. Click here to know what those 3 words are and what you should say instead to get laid. Boom. Like you're telling people, click here, but you need to tell them why. And usually when you do this is with a benefit. Like, okay, click here and you'll discover how to make $10,000 per month. Click here and I'll show you the exact step-by-step framework that I use to go from counting pennies to eat to now multimillionaire living in Dubai. Like, you want that, right? So just tell people that. Now the PS, it comes with a 60 money back guarantee, so you've got nothing to lose. Remember that we are not selling anything here, or not, at least in the way that I've been rewriting this email. So your PS shouldn't have anything related to that. So what you should do instead with your PS is write something that increases that intrigue and also increases that exaggerating. Like the information you're gonna find in this video is so good that in this amount of time or in this amount of days, you're gonna start getting women chase you. Don't take my word for it. Take a look for yourself. That's how we rewrite this, to sell the click and to increase open rates. Because remember, the most important part of this email is gonna be the subject line. Then your subject line is gonna make people read the leading copy on your email. Then that leading copy is gonna make them rest the second paragraph, the third, and then the third, the fourth, and so on until they get to the call to action. This is like the slide analogy that I want you to keep in mind. You're here at the top, or your reader is here at the top. They're gonna slide, right? But in order for them to get off the slide, they need to come all the way from here, then 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 here. So that's going to be the same thing. So up here is going to be the subject line. The subject line is going to take them here to the first line. Then the first line is going to take them to the next line, then and so on until they come to the call to action. Here's where the money is made. That's what I'm telling you. An email is not supposed to do the selling for you, because that's what I used to believe in the beginning whenever I was writing copy. Like, I have to write 1,000 word emails but I was just like hindering the open rates, and people were not reading until the end. Remember, an email is supposed to be very short, but pretty much curious until the point that it actually forces me to read the whole thing. If you guys also want me to break down your copy and send you this type of videos that you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else on the internet unless you pay thousands of dollars for, then feel free to send me a DM on my Instagram. See you in the next one.